WBC, WBA, flyweight champion of the world, stepping onto the scale.
Welcome, everybody, to the Talk About Podcast. Hope you guys are having a good day. You guys can follow us on Instagram, follow us on TikTok, and subscribe here on YouTube. Want to shout out Penn Del Mar Power for having us once again, the new home of Talk About, and also shout out Revolution BJJ. Go to revbjj.com if you guys want to sign up and holy freaking break the arm. Sign up and start your jiu-jitsu career.
Yup.
And get rolling, ladies and gentlemen.
Roll it. Gotta roll.
Oh, that was good. A little segue, but let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. We got an absolutely great podcast slated for you guys. It was an absolutely stacked and insane weekend full of fights all over the board, may I say.
Nah, it was dirt.
Really?
I'm kidding now.
We had a boxing event, which we're going to get into in a second, and we also had UFC Fight Night Vegas number 71.
Oh, yeah.
In the Apex.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be interesting. But let's start off with UFC Fight Night. I say we start off with the main deal, and we talk about it a little bit. How about that
Headbutt?
That headbutt. That's what I was gonna say first.
Bobby Green.
So what did you think about that? Because he's like mad about it, but I think it's fair. They clashed heads, and then Gordon fell to the ground.
But it happens.
Yeah.
And he wasn't that hurt.
I know, because
he was going for a triangle.
That's what Bobby Green said, and then he started laying him out.
And then he laid him out.
That's so maybe it shouldn't have been a no contest.
Shouldn't have been. Should have been Bobby Green with the money, with the cash.
Yeah, but you know what we should do? Or not we, but you know what Dana and the UFC should do? They should do Bobby Green against Paddy Pimblett next. Paddy loses, dude. Bobby Green will win.
I think. Well,
no, the real Paddy fight to make is Drew Dober. Yeah. That would be.
Put him up against like a ranked guy.
Moicano?
Ferguson's
not even ranked anymore.
Yeah, but
no, because Paddy will beat Ferguson.
Think?
Yeah, now Ferguson's like nothing anymore.
You see his training videos?
Is it good?
He looks slim and
really
lean, like good.
Going back down to 155, maybe Ferguson.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude.
He looks
it's time.
better.
It's time. He should have retired after.
What is he? 36?
38, 7, 37. He's pushing it, dude. Once you're 35, you're pushing it. You can lie, but if Chandler wasn't 34 or whatever, what is he, 36? If he wasn't 36, you would just totally agree with me.
Well,
he's
Chandler,
the only
36,
reason why.
Look at him.
I know. So he
compared to Ferguson, look at their physique.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Chandler's one of the most ripped guys in the UFC.
Yeah,
it's not even. Well, I was gonna say it's not even close, but everybody in the UFC is like ripped. So, but he is like a whole other level,
like Derek Lewis and
looks
Curtis Blades.
But you know what? Looks like Chandler's starting to make you yawn. So I agree. I'm gonna fall asleep if I keep talking about Chandler. So let's move on to Curtis Blades. Speaking of yawning, Mr. Blades went to sleep with a little TKO, courtesy of Mr. Slot Machines, Sergey Pavlovich.
Sergey Pavlovich.
Dude, just like we knew.
He's just too good.
And
I knew it.
And there's
everybody, I told you guys should have put the house on it.
Well, you know, here's the deal. Did you say that?
Yeah.
Well, here's another thing. Sergey, they're talking about maybe doing Sergey against Aspinall now. No. Sergey does not need to fight anybody else.
He said he's not going to fight.
He sits and waits. He gets the winner. It's not even a question. Yeah. Or even though there won't be a winner, so it'll probably be Sergey against somebody else for the new title.
It'll be Sergey versus
Aspinall for the belt, you think?
Belt. Yeah. They're both going to retire.
I think Aspinall needs one more win. He only beat Volkov. That's his only.
What rank is he?
6.
Oh.
He needs one more win. Who could he beat? So we got Jones is champ. One is Aspinall against Cirogan.
You mean Sirigan versus Sergey?
No, Sirigan against Aspinall.
Oh.
That would be a freaking great fight. But I think Aspinall wins. Takes him down. He is a good wrestler. He destroyed Volkov down on the floor.
Yeah, he is.
And he hasn't fought since UFC London back in 1864, so. Jeez. Heavyweight's putting you to sleep.
I mean, it's dark in here.
Yeah, well, not on the camera.
Not on the camera.
Yeah, it is up here, but yeah, so.
Put me sleep.
We'll see what happens with Sergey and what they end up doing with him. But if it was me, I think he needs to just sit, relax, play some slots, go to Vegas. Chill out, and wait for the nursery rhyme to close in Madison Square Garden. Yeah. And it won't even matter because none of those guys are waiting. There's no way. There's no reason. What? Like, I'm not going to lie. Like, Stipe doesn't want to fight Pavlovich, and Jones, there's no point for either of them to fight anymore. If Stipe wins, he will become the champion of the world, 2-time, maybe even 3-time champion. I don't even know. 2 or 3-time champion. And he beat the greatest ever. The only person to ever do it. He's the greatest heavyweight of all time. He'd be top 5 ever.
Who?
Stipe.
If he beats Jones,
he's already the greatest heavyweight. He's in the top 10. If he beat John Jones. And then Jones, if he wins, there's no reason for him to stay. He's already the greatest of all time. He beats the heavyweight GOAT.
If he does beat him.
Mike doing the pod with the Pendel Mar
If he does beat him, what if he
got Sleepy Joe over here?
What if we
Jeez, like wake up. Are you awake? Like, holy smokes.
Like, Sleepy Joe.
Well, I'm like talking and you're like over here going like this.
I'm just talking about
like, holy, look at the like.
If Jones beats Stipe and if he fights Sergey, that'd be good.
Jones ain't fighting Sergey.
Well, maybe.
You think he is?
Who knows?
Dude, he's leaving. He's going to fight in his hometown, retire in his hometown after he beat the GOAT.
Where?
What do you mean?
Where's his hometown?
New York.
Vegas? Oh, New York.
Yeah, it's going to be in MSG. He's never fought. No, he has probably fought in MSG.
Connor
but
Chandler.
No, it's not going to happen. It's not. I mean, you're just lying to yourself.
I know, but that would be
It would be the biggest pay-per-view of all time. Chandler, McGregor, main event, Jones, Stipe, the co-main.
I really want to go back to a pay. I want to go to a pay-per-view so bad.
I know, we haven't gone at all this year. Maybe we should go to UFC 290.
Yeah.
Go for the whole week. International Fight Week. Go to the Hall of Fame.
No, can't do that. Maybe
go to the weigh-ins.
Maybe Friday, the weigh-ins.
Go to the Hall of Fame.
Fridays.
Could you imagine going to the Hall of Fame and like the press conference, everything?
Because you just need to check in the hotel for Friday.
What do you mean?
Like, it's not going to be as much money as you
I know,
really
it's
think.
just so expensive.
It's going to be expensive, but
regardless.
Who knows?
I know. That'd be wild, though.
Bo Nickel on the prelims.
No, he'll be the first fight on the main card. No way. Although,
so
it's really...
going on?
Yeah, you're actually right.
You can't. It's prelims.
Holy. I mean...
It's...
Gotta, right?
Prelims.
So, hold on. It would be Volk, Yair, main event.
The figure 8 thing isn't even posted on UFC. Or the Bo Nickel one isn't on UFC.
Oh, okay, so they're not official yet.
Or the Volkanovski one isn't.
Yeah, it's all rumors.
UFC.
They're just not signed, sealed, and delivered. That's why.
It's kind of sealed.
It's not, though. It's not on the thing.
It is kind of sealed.
What do you think the holdup is for that main event spot?
I don't know. Well, it's so far away.
It is still, like, it's
People
April.
are probably busy.
It's July. Well, who's busy? Hunter Campbell? It's his job.
No, I'm talking about, like, Volk and...
Are you sleepwalking? What is happening? Oh, you're fixing your mic? Are you good? Who?
Now this isn't working.
Oh, that's probably the bad one. The other headset's right there. Switcheroo.
Talk?
Yo.
Yo.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's fine now.
Gotcha. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. Oh, I also lowered my stand so I can put my arm back up and it not cover my face. I don't think it's covering. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens with UFC 290. But all I know, it's gonna be absolutely stacked. It's gonna probably be Volk Yair main event, co-main.
We got
Moreno against Pantoja, and then third fight will be Whitaker against Duplius, and then they got Hooker against Turner will probably be the first fight on the card. Wow.
What day is it?
Dude, how are they going to do this?
It's stacked.
How are they going to do this?
I want to look.
There's so many great fights on that card. I mean, it's like actually crazy.
What's
UFC
the
290.
days?
What do you mean, what's the days?
Of that card.
July 8th? Oh, you're looking at tickets? Oh, my gosh. Plane tickets? So it would be July 7th to the 9th. That's what it would be. Two adults.
2 trailers. I'm doing it.
127.
Dude.
And then on the way back, it would be like $300 each to fly out. It's going to be $1,000 trip. It's the same deal. It's how it works. Hate to break the news for you.
In July.
I mean, I don't know.
Long
Dude,
time.
holy God.
Nice internet.
That like creeped up on me. Do you have the Wi-Fi?
All right. No.
You want the password?
It's fine.
The password is...
Worth-
But we move. How about we talk about Mr. Tank Davis?
Good.
Dude, big fight for boxing.
Really?
Never want to really talk about boxing, but this is a fight that I will actually talk
And
about.
people really want to see it.
Yeah. I have had people come up to me telling me if we're going to talk about it. So let's talk about it. I mean, first round, I think Ryan won. Ryan won the first round,
Yeah.
and then from there
Second
it's just
round,
was
Davis.
yeah,
Third
10-8,
round,
Davis.
Garcia.
No, Davis won like every other round since.
Third
Maybe
round.
Garcia won one more from there, but I think Garcia only won 2 rounds. Round 1 and then 1 in between. But he lost round 2, 10-8, and then he lost.
It was pretty decisive. He
Yeah.
dropped him in the second round. Garcia was winning that second round until he got dropped, and then it's like boxing, and now it's a 10-8 all of a sudden when you get dropped. But you were winning the whole entire round, other dude.
Well, he wasn't really doing
Yes,
anything.
he
was
was.
just pressuring. That doesn't really mean
He
anything.
literally was wobbling him.
Stop it right
He was
now.
wobbling him.
There was
He
no
was.
wobbles. 0 wobbles.
Yeah, but he was punching him hard.
Okay.
It was the most, like...
Yeah, it was the most like energetic round. Like if
Yeah.
nothing would have happened, he would have won the round for pushing the pace, but he didn't really do it.
He was throwing so much.
Here's the deal, Riley.
How do you
Garcia.
not-
What are you talking about?
Did you see that round? Are
Did
you
you-
watching?
Did you listen to what I
Were
just
you
said?
watching?
I just said that Tank or Garcia did push the pace, but he didn't hurt him. You just said he got wobbled.
He was hurting him.
No, he was not.
Yes, he did.
The only thing I saw from the second round is Ryan Garcia on the floor. That's what I saw. Did we watch the same fight? That's what happened.
Did you watch the same fight?
I mean, he was literally licking the mat in the second round, looking to see where he was. And then in the 7th round, what happened there?
I guess. Yeah.
He didn't get wobbled. Tank's never even been, like, hurt. And another thing, this is what I want to say. If anybody wants
Definitely
to...
was hurt.
No, he was...
He was barely
Where?
hurt. He got hit.
He's hurt. He's barely hurt. He's not hurt. You're, like, sleeping.
He was
I don't know
getting
what you're
hit.
talking about. Like, all over the
I
place.
don't think he watched.
He's like
the
all
same
over the
fight as
blade.
me.
Okay, let's talk about the second round. That's the fight we're talking about. Ryan Garcia against
Second
Tank.
round.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Garcia was pushing the pressure. He was hitting him hard, and
Tank was hurt?
Tank was shooting for the legs. Remember?
Yeah, I do
he was
remember
trying
that.
to take him down.
That's
That's
true.
why he was hurt.
He wasn't hurt,
He was
though.
hurt.
He wasn't
He
wobbled.
was hurt. He
You said
was getting
wobbled.
punched in the face, and the body, and everywhere.
I know, but you said he was wobbled. He wasn't
He
wobbled.
wasn't wobbled, but I think he was hurt.
I don't think he
definitely
liked
hurt.
it. I think that's why he started clinching, started
Yeah.
taking Bo Nickel takedowns and
Yeah.
stuff. But you're missing the number one part from the second round.
I saw it. Yes, I know.
Oh,
He
okay.
dropped
Just making
him.
sure we watched the same fight.
That's what I'm
I mean,
saying.
we were
but
like
why
watching
is
it
it
together.
10-8 then?
That's how
Makes no
boxing is.
sense. That's how I hate
You
it.
got to watch that. Shout
I
out
don't
Joe
like it.
Rogan. You got to watch that Joe Rogan, Corey Sandhagen podcast. It's a great podcast. But also they start talking about the judging scoring. And we were talking about this in the car, so I'm not going to talk about it, on the podcast forever. But the judging scoring for the UFC needs to be changed. But the boxing makes sense. 10-8 kind of makes sense if you get dropped. It does make sense in boxing. I think so. You have 2 weapons. Your right hand, your left hand. You get dropped, becomes a 10-8 round. That's what I think.
But what if you were
But in the
destroying
UFC,
him
it's
the
a whole other
whole
thing. But he wasn't.
round?
He was
He
just
was.
pushing pressure.
He was beating him that whole round.
I know, but
and then
what?
Davis landed one punch and dropped him.
Yeah.
He didn't throw any other
bad.
punches that second round.
Dude, he was being complete. He had Garcia exactly where he wanted him to be. exactly
But
where he
I
wanted
think
him.
it would be a 10-9.
The whole fight, you're just so
10-9.
biased.
I'm not.
Dude, the whole fight.
I do like Tank.
The whole
I don't
fight?
care about Tank. I don't care about these 135ers. UFC's better.
I know, but
Boxing's dirt.
Jeez. All right, Ryan, what's going on? Did you have a bad morning?
I'm
Like, what
just
happened?
saying, boxing's dirt. There's 2 fighters that are good. And you got Devin Haney in the back. And who else? Who else? You got Tyson Fury? Mike Tyson's brother? I don't even know. Tommy Fury? Whoa. Oh.
Well, no.
I can't wait for Tommy Fury.
I know, but all I wanted to
Like, what else?
Okay, but listen, all I wanted to say is that I felt in the fight, just let me say this, and then I want to hear your opinion. This is why people wanted to know. My breakdown of the fight was Garcia didn't look bad, but Tank just knew what he was going to do. The whole fight, Tank was like this and just waited and was patient. He looked just like Floyd, like you said to me.
Yes.
You said you could tell he's Floyd's guy because of the way he fought. And then he picked his spots and he finished him. I felt like it wasn't even a close fight. As much as Garcia was pushing the pressure, it was all Tank's fight.
I don't think it was a close fight at all.
That's how all Mayweather fights work. In the beginning, it looks like they're doing something, and then here comes Floyd Bundy May. It's the same thing. Here comes friggin' Gervonta Tank Davis.
I'm saying.
No, the biggest thing
it's just like you got, let's just say, like, I'm more excited for the Gilbert Burns, Belay Muhammad fight than Tank Davis Garcia. And the Tank Davis Garcia fight was the biggest thing in boxing. Well, and I didn't even care.
Oh, hold on a minute. Belay Muhammad against Gilbert's a huge fight. The winner is fighting for the belt.
It's a huge fight.
A better comparison would be I was more excited for Pavlovich against Blade. Okay, if you weren't at your brother's house and we had to choose which one to watch, I would have watched Blades against Pavlovich.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to know what was going to happen there. But this was a big fight. Have to talk about it a little bit, right? The biggest thing in boxing is what's his face fighting Nate Diaz.
Because you know all these
Mr.
people,
Clown.
all these people,
I don't even know his name.
All these people climbing out of the hole, they're going back down.
Who?
Because the Tank Davis Garcia fight, they're like all like, oh, I can't wait, boxing, 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 and then at the end of the fight, and then it's like,
well, now what? So what do you do next?
Now what do you
I don't
do?
even know enough about boxing to even have an
after?
opinion on this, but like,
what do you do? What do you do?
Ryan's going to go fight.
You got 3 belts in the same division. Makes no sense.
And then Ryan's going to go fight 3 other trash cans.
The WBC, WBA, WBEC.
And
heavyweight champion of the world.
And then what's going to happen?
Tyson Fury!
And then what's going to happen is Garcia's going to go fight 3 trash cans. He's going to win them back, and then they'll do the rematch. Probably never.
Yeah, Garcia.
Yeah, I know.
Garcia.
That's what the freaking
the
commentator
announcer
was saying every time. Ryan Garcia.
Like
you're the head announcer, and you don't even know his
80 years old. Probably in a Hall of Famer. I don't even know who you are.
Yeah, probably. It always is so funny. Here we go. We got Frank Jim, and he's a 5-time WBA, WBC, WGE world champion. He's the IWBG, WXY, and Z Hall of Famer.
Like,
anyway, let's move on to the real big thing in boxing. Nate Diaz. What?
Yeah.
You're like sleepy.
Like what?
Well, because you're over here like
you're like sleeping. Like, God. Enough.
Like, it's weird.
What
I don't
else
know.
are we talking
I always
about?
like all over the place. But let's talk about Nate Diaz and the real king of boxing. I don't even know his name.
Logan Paul 2.0.
No, the other guy almost hit him with a chair. What's that guy's name?
I don't know.
We don't.
Some TikToker.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen,
Some guy that went. And then he's like on the ground.
This is why we're all right. We're done. We're done talking about boxing. This is why. Like, it's just
boxing's horrible.
But Nate Diaz did sleep Logan Paul.
Tell me otherwise, Logan Paul.
Yeah. But yeah, let's go back to what we were talking about earlier.
Makes no sense. Like, why did he do it?
UFC 288 has officially announced Finally, the new co-main event, Gilbert Burns against Belay Muhammad. We'll have our predictions for the next podcast, but what do you think about the matchup being made? You happy about it? We needed it.
Great. We really needed it.
And you know what? This actually worked.
Colby Covington is not next.
No. And you know what? Here's another thing. This actually worked out well.
Is he really next, though?
I don't know.
I don't think he is. 5
Dude,
rounds.
look at their resumes. If Belay goes in and beats Gilbert Burns, he beats Gilbert Burns and he's on a 9-fight win streak, he deserves the title shot. If Gilbert Burns goes in and beats Belay Muhammad, he's beaten 3 top 15 guys this year, and it's not even summer yet. Plus, he would be number 4 in the world.
That's 2 weeks away, right?
Yeah. It's going to be great. And you know why this actually works out better? This is what I was trying to say, is Gilbert against Belay happening is good for the next card because they officially announced Charles and Dariush for that card.
Yeah.
Which is good because the Vancouver card in Canada was dirt because they didn't have a co-main event. So you think they did that on purpose?
What?
Think Charles was ever hurt? I mean, Charles hasn't even said anything about his injury. Think Charles, Dana was like, hey, we're going to move this fight because Canada's card sucks so bad, and we're going to put this fight here. Think they did that on purpose? I mean, Charles has literally said nothing about his injury. He's riding horses. Like, he's just, like, ready to rock. Nah, they definitely didn't, but a little strange, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't really look like he's in camp, which is kind of concerning me.
Why?
Why? Because he's about to fight Ballet Dariush. Oh my gosh! You know what we need to do?
I know he's so good. I know.
You're so biased.
It's just I don't like talking about Dariush. Like, who is this dude?
Are you good? What's happening? You were like in the zone, ready to rock, and then we started filling the pod. You're like all over the place. You're like sleeping.
Because you're saying
elbow.
this.
I'm talking about Charles Oliveira and Beneil Dariush. It's a huge fight.
Huge fight.
Is it not? It's number
It is
1 against
big fight.
4.
Big fight.
I mean, it's
I'm
a number 1
excited,
contender
but
fight.
I've been waiting for 5 months for it, Dana.
Yeah, well, it's Charles' fault apparently, right? My guy.
Yeah.
Hear about Conor McGregor?
What?
They announced him against Chandler.
No, he didn't.
They just did.
No, he didn't.
Nah, I'm kidding. Speaking about waiting for months.
I know.
Oh, you know what's
Waiting for
great?
years.
Is it May yet?
The contender series?
End of May, so we still got a whole other month.
Oh, for the
Gosh.
contenders?
Yeah. Or you're talking about
Ultimate
Tough?
Fighter.
Yeah. Contender series. I'm ready for that to come
When's
back.
the Tough?
End of May. That's what I mean.
Oh.
That's what I thought you meant.
Yeah.
Over what's it called? And then 3 new fights added to UFC 290, which we talked about earlier. And
I can burp on command.
I can't wait. So can I. And I can't wait. Can Jimmy? But you know what though? We need to talk about this. Drakus Duplessis is finally gonna lose.
Gonna get his lead.
I can't wait. Robert Whitaker, and
Wobble,
we're saying our early predictions early. I don't know what's wrong with you.
wobble,
Something's wrong. Like,
wobble, wobble,
are you good?
wobble,
Like, what's wrong? Like,
wobble, wobble.
talkaboutpodcast.com. We got sign up sheets for the new
sign up
co-hosts.
sheets on the website
new
for
co-hosts.
cameraman.
For new co-hosts. Roger,
Cameraman and for
The Blessed
cameraman.
Express riding around
Blessed
Korean
Express.
Zombie.
Yeah.
He accepted. So it looks like they might do that fight in Australia because they're going back to Australia, Mr. Giggles. What do you think about that fight?
What do you think about that fight?
Yeah, what do you think about it, Gigs?
What do you think about that fight?
Korean Zombie's going to sleep. Like Max Holloway's going to bed.
Korean Zombie's
The Blessed
going to
Express is going to bed.
The Korean Zombie's about
Yeah.
to be a zombie.
You think-
Korean Zombie, he's like 50,
So
still fighting.
it's funny, like 38's 50, but 36 ain't.
Yeah, but Korean Zombie.
See, what's wrong with him?
Korean Zombie versus Volk. You see what just happened there?
Yeah, but Volk's better than Max.
We're talking about Korean Zombie and Michael Chandler.
Holloway?
We're talking about.
Yeah, who's Chandler beat?
Huh? What are you talking about? Eddie Alvarez?
In 1634?
1634. What are you talking about? It's like
In
2015.
Almost 10 years
2016.
ago. Almost a decade ago, he beat Eddie Alvarez.
That wasn't 10 years ago.
Just about. It's 2023. 8 years ago, he beat Eddie Alvarez. Okay. Who else has he beat?
Time flies. 2015. That
He's
feels
there.
like it was just yesterday.
Yeah. Switch the topic. He's beating nobody.
Yes, he has.
Who?
He's about to beat Connor.
Stop.
So just cement that in your mind. It's going to happen. He's going to sleep. It's going to be bedtime for him.
I just
It's gonna
really
be
want
over.
that fight to happen. So we can just. So once the fight happens, we can come back on this podcast and we can sit here when you are so devastated that he lost, and I can't wait
not
to.
gonna be.
I'm just gonna sit here. I'm not even gonna rub it in. I'm just gonna be like, I told you. And then it's gonna be over for him, Chandler.
I'm going to be sad.
I know.
Connor.
I'm gonna be so
gonna
sad
be
when
so
Chandler
sad
gets
for Connor.
slept. It's gonna be
It's
so bad.
bad for
It's
Connor.
just like
to
I just can't
just-
believe you think he's gonna win. I just can't.
What are you doing?
I can't believe he's gonna. You think he's gonna win?
What are you doing?
Are you good, dude? Like
Yes.
something's wrong with you. Like holy. I mean,
You're the one who's
whatever.
been doing it the whole time.
I'm the one leading the whole podcast, and every freaking segment I come up with, you're like, I don't want to talk about him. I'm like,
Like who?
I went from Tank to Charles, and then you like freaked out, hit your elbow on the wall. You freak out because ballet
No, I was
RU.
talking about
Ballet
frickin'
Muhammad.
the TikToker
I
that
mean,
tried to throw
okay.
a chair at Nate Diaz. Like, what the point?
What the point?
What the point is that?
What the point?
What the point is
Well,
that?
Logan Paul got slept out cold.
Logan Paul
Guillotine.
2.0.
That was bad, dude. Like, it was so bad. I don't know what these guys are thinking. Like, did they forget who this guy is? I think they just think because he's, like, doesn't know where he is half the time
feel like
that he
Nate-
can't put you to
I
sleep.
feel like Nate Diaz socializing is when he goes outside, he's like, I'm
Let's
ready
fight.
for war.
Yeah. Dude, he literally
Every time he fights someone.
he
every time.
standing guillotined him. And then he
Dropped
fell
him.
and he just walked away. It was just like another day in the life for Nate Diaz. But why did he put what's his face to sleep? What did Logan Paul 2.0 do?
He thought it was Logan Paul.
No.
He did.
Did he?
Yeah.
No.
He did.
No, he did not.
did.
That's a lie.
No, I swear.
You told me it wasn't Logan Paul 2.0.
I
Remember when
didn't
you said
know.
that?
But it was.
I know. He didn't think it was Logan Paul.
Yes, he did.
There's no
Yes,
way.
he did.
He must have been high out of his
Then
mind.
why did he do it?
I don't know.
He did.
He wasn't like,
He was
that's
high out of
Logan,
his
I'm putting him
mind.
out. I think that Mr. Chair, whatever his name is, he would beat Diaz in a street fight. Like, if he's got that chair in his hand, it's over. Don't you think? Wipe down the arm, eh?
Yeah.
I mean, what if they fought for real, like in the octagon? What would happen? I'm asking.
I don't even know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
Riley, are you
I don't know. What
okay?
do you think?
What would happen? I'm
What would
asking you the
happen?
question. What would happen if Nate Diaz fought whatever,
Yeah,
Mr.
what
Chair?
would happen?
Standing guillotine by Mr. Chair?
You do whatever he wants.
Yeah, it'd be horrible. He would hit him with a
Now
steel
he
chair.
messed
It'd be
it up.
bad news bears. Well, Moicano against what's his face isn't happening anymore, so they switched it to Song Yadong against Rick
Sean
Simon.
Brady versus Sean Brady
Oh, yeah.
versus
Holy double.
what's I know.
Like, pick one. You, I don't know. What to call him.
That was funny.
Somebody put him on like the
that
laughing
was funny
gas.
when you when you went I went and it was like yeah.
Hit him with the laughing gas. Like, are you good?
Yes.
Like, geez. All right, let's start with yours.
Dude.
Take it away, brother.
Sean Brady and who's the guy? I forget. The crooked nose.
Jack De La Hoya or whatever.
Uh
De La Roya or Del Raya.
so Sean Brady versus Jack. It's happening in UFC 290. Who's gonna win? Jack or Sean Brady?
For real, that fight is like great. Who do you think? Who do you think wins?
Right.
Who do you think wins that fight?
Sean.
Early, yeah, I do too. I think he's jumping up a
Yeah,
little bit.
Sean's gonna win.
early. Sean Brady.
Sean versus Jack. Sean's gonna win.
Okay, I don't even know what's going on anymore. Nah, it's like weird.
Sean's gonna win.
Nah, it's like weird. But we got what's his face, Ricky Simon going head to head with Song Yadong. I actually think Song Yadong's gonna lose
What?
against this Ricky Simon guy. He's 10-3 or
Are
something.
you kidding me?
No.
Swear
much
to
you wanna
God.
bet?
Swear
No.
to God.
Yeah,
wanna
that's
bet?
what I think.
You
no,
want to bet?
I'm not betting you, but that's what I think. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens with that Song Yadong fight. That card's kind of dirt. Oh no, Free Spirit's fighting on that card, so he'll probably get a victory. I want to see how he does in. Once he gets in the top 15, it's gonna be tricky. He is good, but like, He'll probably get through the top 15, but top 10, like once you start getting up there, it's gonna be. But middleweight's not that stacked.
Yeah. No, it is.
With who?
There's a bunch of people in that.
Okay, who?
You got Izzy.
Okay.
You got
Whit-
Cannonier.
Yeah.
You got
Whitaker.
Whitaker. You got what's his name?
Venatori.
You got Sean Strickland.
See, this is where we start falling out.
How?
Strickland against anybody in the top 5, he loses, except Duplius.
Yeah,
He beats
Strickland's
Duplius.
good.
He's not bad, but I don't know what he's doing. I don't know if he's been hit in the head too hard. I don't know if he's been hit in the head too hard, but why is he fighting this guy? You know, he's fighting like the up-and-comer who's like undefeated, who's like crazy.
He doesn't care.
Well, he should care. He's going to get slept
No, he's
in
not.
a two. You want to bet?
You want to bet?
You want to?
Yeah.
I'll bet you $50 that Sean Strickland
I'll
gets
bet you
slept in the first round.
$100
That he doesn't get slept?
that he
Wins?
that he wins.
All right, deal. $100 that the Russian guy is going to beat
Sean Strickland.
Sean Strickland. But yeah, we'll see what happens this week. Is Song Yudong against that guy. And then after that's finally UFC 288. I can't wait for another pay-per-view, dude.
Yeah, me too.
It kind of feels like, God, dude.
I wish we were going.
Do we need a pillow? Do you want me to get you a pillow so you can go to bed? I mean,
I wish we were going.
Are you good? Like, what's wrong? Like, what's happening?
Oh my god.
It's like the worst pot I've ever done in my life. I don't know what.
Because you're like, what's going on? What's going on? What are you doing?
Okay, why am I doing that? Because you're like this in the corner while I won't go through all the topics.
Because
and then you shut me down.
We have nothing else to say.
I'm talking about. I try to talk about topics, and then you don't even talk.
Like what? Like the.
I just went
Sean
through
Strickland,
the whole
and
list.
The Russian.
I started talking about Tank against Garcia. You're like, I don't want to talk about it. I started talking about Charles against Garcia. I don't want to talk about it. I want to talk about Burns and Ballet. You're like, I don't want to talk about it.
I never said that.
What do you want to talk about?
I never said that.
Let's talk about the wall. Like, the wall looks great, dude. You're like sleeping on it. Like, I don't know what you want me to say.
The wall is cool.
Okay. Good pie, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I got. I don't know what else to say. I was like sleepyhead. But we actually got to do another podcast after this, which is going to be interesting. Because I'm going to South Carolina this week. So if you guys are wondering why we're in the same clothes for the gameplay and the podcast for the next 2 weeks, it's because we're pre-recording it. But yeah, you guys can follow us on Instagram, follow us on TikTok, subscribe here on YouTube. Shout out Pendel Mar Power. Go on rebbjj.com and go to talkaboutpodcast.com. You guys can look at our gameplay rankings, and there's going to be some more stuff on there pretty soon. So yeah, Rod, you got anything else to say? I definitely don't think you do. Not this podcast, at least. So I hope you guys have a good day, and peace.